Hey guys, Aggie K, Wealth Therapist. Welcome to another live stream. I'm hopping on early today because I have back-to-back calls booked out today with PTP group program. Stuff going on. Busy day, clients, group program, stuff like that. I wanted to talk about how to stop attracting broke clients, how to stop attracting people who can't afford your services, and what's going on there from a mindset perspective. There's lots of ways to look at this from a subconscious perspective. What you can know for sure is this. If you're attracting people who can't afford your services and you're noticing that as a pattern, then it is reflecting to you your money mindset. It's reflecting to you that you're focused on lack, right? In some way, that you're focused on scarcity in some way. And you're probably more like, there's a possibility that you're just too focused on them not having the money, them not being able to afford you, and you're focused externally as thinking that's the problem, right? That I have to fix my marketing or fix my attraction or fix my strategy, which is totally possible, that it could be that issue. But the first thing you want to address before you go do all that is check your own money mindset about what's going on there. Because if you're focused on their, like clients will often say to me, well, I just know their financial situation. I know they don't have money. And I'm like, why are you focused on that? Right? Why are you focused on those people who don't have money? It's reflecting to you, the old saying of like the hologram, not an old saying, but I guess it's like a concept that the holographic mind, that one piece is part of the whole, and it's reflecting something to you about your money mindset. People can't afford you. On some level, you have some kind of money mindset that people with more money can't afford, don't want you, right? That could be a possibility. People with more money is not your audience, or not the people that like your stuff. That you don't want to abandon the people who don't have the money to work with you, which is your money mindset stuff. It could be that on some deep level, you think that your prices are not affordable. You're not really aligned with what you're charging. That you want to be on some level, you're still one of them, right? That you're in still some kind of victim mode about money because that's kind of what is coming up in your face. You know what I'm saying? So you want to look at your own money mindset and what's going on with you, with what you're charging, with your prices, with how you're spending, with how restricted or free you feel about earning money and making money, because it's reflecting to you some kind of money mindset that is on your behalf being reflected in your clients. Hey, Libby, how are you? We're starting PTP 2.0. You should be in there. You'd be amazing in there. So what else did I have in my notes? Right, that it allows money to be your client's problem versus your problem, right? It's like a way to not focus on your money mindset. If you can focus on your clients being broke or your clients not having the money or your clients not being able to afford your packages, then you get to focus on their lack instead of yours, which is really probably what's going on. So that's definitely a huge point. And if you're trying to convince people to buy in really hard, like if you're spending your time convincing people, like some of that is marketing, like educating people and bringing them on. But if you're having to convince people of the value that you're, for the price that you're charging, then something's probably not right for you. Like you're probably not standing on solid ground around the value that you offer, and you need to examine that in your money mindset. and be like, why am I thinking that this is only valued at X amount? And why do I feel like I have to convince people at this amount? And why am I convinced that people won't pay more than this? Why am I holding on to that belief? People will pay whatever. Oh my God, that is amazing, Libby. She's saying she's currently working through money mindset with members of her staff, which of course has an enormous effect on the rest of this. That is so smart. Smart business owner, Libby. Check her out if you're in the UK for incredible movement, body, chiropractic brilliance. That is so smart. If you have a business, train your team, work through money mindset with your team, grab PTP and work through that with your team so that all your team members are thinking the same way about money and about what you offer and about the value, right? Because all that attraction level, all the conflict that comes up around attracting people who, there's probably also like I'm just checking my time, guys, because I got calls starting at 12 minutes. There's also something going on probably for you in terms of needing to leap. If you're someone who's like, it's a pattern of attracting people who don't have the money or can't afford your services. If that's a pattern, you probably need to make a much bigger leap than you've been making in your pricing. Like there's probably like a bigger leap that you have to make because you're kind of putting up with stuff energetically in the victim mode that keeps sucking you in, and you need to step entirely out of that. And there's lots of ways to make things affordable for people. I have, for example, in my model, I have hundreds of free videos, right? And free resources that are really, that are designed not just to be clickbait, but are really designed to help people. So there's lots of ways to serve your audience that can afford certain things and can't afford other things. But this is for sure, you want to take a look at, if you're hanging on to people who can't afford you, there's a leap that you need to make in your identity, in your business, and how you're thinking about yourself and how you're thinking about what you're charging. All of that is your money mindset stuff. Because it probably doesn't, if you're having to convince people and they don't have the money, it's not a good vibe to be in. And that's definitely reflecting your money mindset. Could be fear around charging too much. Could be fear around just losing people. It could be fear around like, these are my people and I'm going to lose them and I won't find new people who will pay what I need to be paid. So could be lots of subconscious stuff going on there. Go investigate, pop it in the comments. Let me know. Hey, Sylvie. And let me know what you think about this in terms of attracting clients who don't have the money. Offer things that they can afford. Survey, like there's a certain amount of like just logical stuff to do in that regard. Survey, offer things that they can afford, but also you have to be in alignment with what feels good to you, and what's right for you in your life, versus always matching them. That's also kind of like a game you can play with your subconscious where you're farting around with numbers and pricing, because it's really just scarcity, because you're afraid to just charge. You're afraid you won't get what you really want if you charge, like you won't get paid what you really want if you charge what you really want. So that can be like a cat and mouse game in your subconscious that you definitely want to clear up. Lots of tapping to do there, lots of mindset work to do there, digging and investigating and unearthing that. And that is the kind of support we give inside PTP 2.0, which is starting this week and next week. I have 2 call times. So if you're interested in joining a group program, let me know. And if you're interested in one-on-one, let me know. This is the kind of work we do to figure out, hey, Michelle, how is South Florida? There was snow on my car today, just FYI. So that's what I want you to think about. That attracting broke clients is about your money mindset. It's about your money mindset, especially if you're triggered by attracting clients who don't have the money to afford you, right? It's one thing, like you can attract people who can't afford you right now. I mean, that happens to me. Oh, I love your stuff. I can't do it right now. Great. Awesome. Here's a whole bunch of free resources. I'll send them in that direction. And then when they're ready or they get there or they work through my free stuff and then they find a way, right? It always happens. People start my programs and then they're like, I can't afford it. I'm freaking out. And then like 3 months later, 3 months into the program, they're like, I can't believe I was freaking out about that. And now I'm moving into one-on-one with you. It can shift very quickly, right? So what you want to look at is what you're triggered by in attracting clients who are, yes, sunny and 80s. Oh my God, why am I living here? Please tell me. I need my kids to just grow up so I can go retire in Florida. I'll be there. So this is reflecting your money mindset. Quick time check. What time is it? Okay, I got 2 minutes. It's your money mindset. Check out what you're triggered by when people say they can't afford your stuff. Is it because they're scrutinizing what they're getting, which is like a value situation where maybe you're not trusting the level of value that you bring for the pricing? Is it that you feel like you're leaving people behind who you want to bring along with you? There could be like abandonment stuff, or that you want to stay with people who are in victim mindset because on some level it makes you feel comfortable and safe. And not everyone who can't afford it is in victim mindset. It's what's triggering you, right? Figure out what's triggering you about people attracting clients who cannot afford you. What triggers you about that is the key to your money mindset and shifting that. That is the key. Okay, this is the kind of work we do inside PTP. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Drop your comments in the thread if this was relevant and interesting to you. Please love, like, and share, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye, guys.